Have you ever wondered how our lives have been fundamentally transformed by the rise of industrialization? The story begins in the late 18th century, a period that marked the dawn of what we now refer to as the Industrial Revolution. This was a time when the world started to shift gears radically, moving away from an agrarian and handicraft economy towards one dominated by industry and machine manufacturing. Picture this. For centuries, societies had been structured around agriculture. The majority of people lived in rural areas, working the land with their own hands and simple tools. But in the late 1700s, this all began to change. With the advent of industrialization, people started moving away from the countryside, drawn to the bustling cities by the promise of employment in newly established factories. The birth of the Industrial Revolution was not just a geographical shift, but a seismic shift in how goods were produced. Handmade products, once lovingly crafted by artisans, were increasingly replaced by goods produced en masse by machines in factories. This change in production methods was made possible by a series of remarkable innovations. Among these innovations, the steam engine stands tall. This incredible invention harnessed the power of steam to drive machinery, revolutionizing industries from mining to manufacturing. Next, we have the spinning jenny, a machine that transformed the textile industry. This device allowed workers to spin multiple spools of thread at once, significantly increasing the speed of production. These technological breakthroughs, and many others, played a pivotal role in the dawn of industrialization. They not only changed the way goods were produced, but also redefined societal structures, economic systems, and even the very fabric of daily life. So, as we moved from fields to factories, from hand tools to machines, from rural to urban, we were not just witnessing a shift in economy or technology. We were partaking in a revolution that would eventually shape our modern world. Thus, the stage was set for a world forever changed by industry. The acceleration of change. As the 19th century dawned, the pace of industrialization only quickened. The second phase of this monumental era, between the years of 1840 and 1870, was marked by significant advancements that reshaped not just industries, but societies as a whole. This period was characterized by the birth of railway systems. A revolution in transportation, railways began to crisscross countries, connecting cities, towns, and even the most remote areas. This development was more than just about moving people and goods faster and farther. It was about fostering a sense of shared identity and common purpose among the populace. The world was becoming a smaller place, and regions previously isolated were now part of a sprawling network. Parallel to the growth of railways was the rise of the telegraph. This invention transformed communication, allowing messages to be sent over long distances in mere minutes. The telegraph paved the way for real-time information exchange, a concept that we take for granted today, but was revolutionary at the time. It broke down barriers, enabled swift decision-making, and allowed for a level of coordination and cooperation previously unfathomable. The period between 1840 and 1870 also witnessed significant advancements in steel production. The introduction of new techniques led to cheaper and more efficient methods of producing steel, a material that soon became the backbone of the industrial world. The increased availability and affordability of steel propelled the construction of railways, bridges, and buildings, fueling the growth of cities and industries. These innovations, the railway systems, the telegraph, and advancements in steel production, spurred growth and interconnectedness. They enabled industries to expand, economies to thrive, and societies to evolve. They transformed the way people lived, worked, and interacted with each other. The acceleration of change during this period was remarkable. It was a time of rapid advancement, a time when the world as we knew it was being reshaped by the forces of industrialization. Indeed, as the 19th century progressed, the world was shrinking and industrialization was to thank. Global impact. But what did this industrial boom mean for the world at large? As we delve into the global impact of industrialization, we find a world transformed almost beyond recognition. The once rural landscapes were now punctuated with smokestacks and factories as urbanization took hold. People flocked to cities in droves, seeking employment in the new industrial economy. The population of cities skyrocketed, marking a shift from agrarian societies to urban ones. This shift led to dramatic changes in social structure. The rise of a new class, the industrial working class, or proletariat, was one of the most significant outcomes. This class was characterized by people who sold their labor to survive, often in harsh and dangerous conditions. Alongside them, a new bourgeoisie emerged, the owners of the factories, the mines, the railroads. They held the reins of the new industrial economy, amassing wealth and power. Yet this was not a peaceful transition. The stark contrast between the working conditions and living standards of these two classes sparked social unrest and led to the rise of labor movements, demanding better conditions and fair pay. In essence, industrialization has been a double-edged sword. It has driven economic growth, technological progress, and societal change. Yet it has also brought about environmental challenges and social inequalities that we continue to grapple with today. Industrialization, for better or worse, left no corner of the globe untouched. Modern industrialization. Fast forward to the 21st century, and industrialization has taken on a new face. As the world stepped into the third millennium, the concept of industry underwent a dramatic transformation. Traditional industries that heavily relied on manual labor and physical resources began to fade into the background. In their place, a new economy emerged, one that was built upon the pillars of information and technology. This shift was largely driven by the rapid advancement of digital technologies. Computers, the internet, and mobile devices have not only changed the way we live our lives, but also how industries operate. The rise of big data and the ability to analyze and interpret it have opened new doors for industries worldwide. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, is not just about machines doing physical labor. It's about machines learning, adapting, and making decisions. It's about machines predicting market trends, streamlining supply chains, and even designing new products. The incorporation of AI in industries is not just changing how things are made, but what is made. And as we navigate through this era of digital industrialization, there's another shift that's gaining momentum: the move towards sustainability. The industrial world is waking up to the reality of climate change and the role it has played in exacerbating it. Hence, the focus is now on creating green industries that minimize environmental impact. Renewable energy, waste reduction, and sustainable practices are no longer buzzwords. They're becoming the very foundation of modern industries. As we look to the future, the only constant in industrialization is change. And as history has shown us, this change is not something to fear, but to embrace, for it is the engine that drives progress. Wrapping up industrialization. From the steam engine to artificial intelligence, industrialization has truly shaped our world. It has been a journey of invention, innovation, and transformation that has forever altered the course of human history. We began with the dawn of industrialization, a period marked by the birth of factories powered by steam engines. This era saw the shift from hand production methods to machines, changing the very fabric of society. It was a time of immense change, where advancements in textile manufacturing and iron production sparked the rise of the machine age. Then, we moved into the acceleration of change. The second industrial revolution brought us the power of electricity, the internal combustion engine, and the telephone. It was a time of rapid technological progress, where the world became smaller and more interconnected. This period set the foundation for the industrialized world we know today. We also discussed the global impact of industrialization. It has touched every corner of the globe, influencing economies, societies, and daily lives. It has brought prosperity and growth, but also raised questions about sustainability and inequality. The repercussions of this era continue to be felt in our world today. In the modern era of industrialization, we've seen incredible advancements in digital technology, automation, and artificial intelligence. These developments have revolutionized industries from manufacturing to services and have shaped the way we live, work, and communicate. Yet, despite these vast transformations, the essence of industrialization remains the same. It is about progress and innovation. It's about the human spirit's relentless pursuit of knowledge and improvement. As we continue to innovate and evolve, one thing is certain: the story of industrialization is far from over. The future holds untold possibilities, And as history has shown, we will continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. As we look forward to the next chapter in this remarkable journey, we can only imagine the exciting innovations and transformations that lie ahead.